So for today's Behind the Songs episode, in which we give you insights into the songs from our latest album, Petrichor, we're going to be talking about Old Man of the Sea, which is the opening track on the album. First of all, I think I need to say that is most definitely not about Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. That's a completely different story. I can see why people would leap to that conclusion, but that's not what it's about. I mean, if you're looking for references to literature in this song, then I guess it would be Homer's Odyssey, which is a book I read some years ago. But I'll come to that later. The song is actually written in memory of my stepdad, Keith Richards. Not that Keith Richards. This one is much more of a rock star, in my opinion. He was an amazing guy, such a big heart, and we all loved him dearly. And he passed away a few years ago, leaving a very big hole in our lives. So I wanted to write a song for him and in his memory, and this was it. Whenever I think of Keith, I think of his love for the sea. Yeah, he was a lifeguard for many years in his younger years. An excellent swimmer, and one of my fondest memories of him is just spending time with him out on his boat called the CJ. Out on the estuary in around Exmouth, just fishing for mackerel and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, those were good times, and I wanted to sort of capture that kind of that element of him in this song. So it had to sort of be based around the sea. So going back to the Homer's Odyssey reference, there's a line in there that he uses to describe the sea, and it's something along the lines of the fish teeming deep. And I really love that imagery that conjured up in my mind. And so I've kind of always wanted to use that in the song, and it just seemed right to use it in this one. And actually using that for the first line really sort of helped to sort of inform the rest of the lyrics. As for the melody and all that, this is a song I wrote specifically with Lost Trades in mind. And so I wrote parts that were like elongated vowels, you know, for those soaring harmony moments. I managed to squeeze in quite a few of those in this song, which was quite satisfying. Trim your sail and stow away the oars. And it's the first song that I've ever written in a different tuning. Every song I've written to date has been, I've just used standard tuning on the guitar. But I wanted to take a leaf out of Phil's book and sort of push myself to write something a bit different. Phil writes in different tunings all the time, so I figured I'd do that, and I wrote it in Dadgad tuning, and I was really pleased with what I came up with, considering it's my first time. Some nice little riffs and stuff like that. It makes me sound like a better guitar player than I am, and I was really chuffed with it. I originally envisaged it being like an acoustic and 3 vocal song, just a simple stripped back kind of song. But then Phil went off and wrote this amazing bass line. And then like Tammy added the conga, and it just like really moved it along and gave it a real sort of tribal feel almost, you know. But it's amazing. I'm really chuffed with how it turned out. It was a while before I could get through the whole song without getting emotional. I'm not going to lie. But as always, just being able to sing it and work on it with Phil and Tam, you know, just kind of suddenly dilutes all that pain and all that grief, you know. It just kind of makes it much easier to kind of deal with, you know. Anyway, we're really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And I played it to members of my family and to my mum, you know, and they loved it, which is great. And I like to think that Keith would have been proud of it too. So anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Oh, man of the sea, fly your vessel o'er the fish teeming deep. Trim your sail and stow away the oars.